What's good? It's your boy Logic back in here with another video. It's been a little bit of time. I understand, and I've been leaving y'all wanting. And no, I do not have pants on. That's why you will never see this camera pan lower than my chest area. So yeah, I just threw on something and to make this video because last night I was with some friends and we were um having game day. All right, always a fun time kicking it with friends, close friends, known them for like 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Good core friends, people that I can trust with anything. But even with good friends, you will get into these arguments and debates about dumb shit. Shit that we're like, you'd have to ask, like, are we really arguing the point or are we just arguing to argue? And it could be a little bit of both. I don't mind a good debate, um, especially if I feel like I can uh if I feel like I can get my point across even with limited knowledge, meaning that if I don't have statistics or facts or whatever to back it up, if I can put it in a logical context where it just makes sense. And it's just like basically, if you look out into the world and you see the examples of this, you can't dispute that almost as if it was fact. That's at least I try to get to that point. And then if I have to pull out statistics or something like that, then if I feel interested enough to go that far, then I'll probably do that shit. So what were we talking about? Well, I think it was a double topic. um we were talking about um the difference between men and women when it comes to code. I call it like a sexual code. And then we ended up talking about raising kids. There were hours in between this debate, as far as we debated about the code, and then we played some games, and then after that we debated again about some other dumb shit, right? And what I was trying to get about the code is that I was trying to explain to my female friend here, um, girls are willing to do gay slash lesbian shit for a lot less than what a guy would. Now, y'all are probably thinking that's obvious. I don't understand why this is even a debate. But she tried to stand firm in saying that guys do it too, which wasn't really the point, because I said that there are guys that will do some gay shit, yeah, but majority of females will do lesbian level shit for fun or to please a man. But it doesn't work the other way around. A man won't do no gay shit to please a woman more often than not. You know what I'm saying? There are bi guys out there. I'm saying the women aren't bi, but they're willing to, let's say, have a threesome. If it's something that their man really wants, they'll have a threesome. And when I say threesome, I don't mean both girls are on top of me and they have no interaction with each other. I'm talking about they'll eat the box, suck on some titties, lick her asshole, still be riding my dick, and I'm eating the other girl's pussy. That type of shit will happen. It's more common for that to happen than to be like a girl like, oh, straight male, my dude, can I bring in another man? And then they're like, well, if it's gonna make you happy, I'm like, are there guys out there that have done that? I'm sure there has. There's a billion, over 7, 8 billion people on the planet. I'm sure somebody has. And um, but I'm also not counting outward bi guys. I'm talking about straight, don't want to do it, but does it because it'll make her happy. More often than not, a guy won't do that. He has a code. So we're sitting here arguing and shit, and she's talking about, I know, guys do this, guys do that. I said, female, if we walk into a club or a bar, if you're telling me you've never seen girls make out for fun to get attention from guys, oh, this is my bestie, we're besties, whatever, whatever. Everybody has seen that, whether it be on TV, in person, while you're there at the club, wherever. If a girl, you could probably find a girl that'll tell you that she's kissed her girlfriend before. A nigga will not kiss another man for fun. That's just what it is. That's the code. Uh, if we are straight, we are straight to our core. Then, we started getting into some bullshit where I said, look, here's the thing. At best case, like whatever scenario, whatever, if you want to get a guy to do some gay shit, you're gonna have to put something on the line. All right. And even then, most guys, especially black men, will be like, And at my old job, I always used to I like to do those this or that questions where both scenarios are shitty and you basically have to pick the least out of the shitty scenarios. Where it's like, you gotta fuck a dude or your son gets killed. So to save your son's life, you gotta fuck a dude. And I've had plenty of guys say, fuck that, I'm not, my son's dead. That's how serious the code is. Now, whether were they 100% telling the truth, that can be up for question. But they stood firm in that decision, whether it be to lie about the code or reinforce the code. They know that the code exists, and with an audience, a public audience, they will enforce that code. Now, behind closed doors, if their son was, about to die, would they fuck a dude? Maybe, but you see how far we got to go down the rabbit hole to get somebody to even think about considering fucking another dude for $1 billion. I'm like this, $1 billion. Like, would I break the code? Me, myself, personally, on some no homo shit, $1 billion. I would probably pause and think, like, do I get to pick the guy or something? I don't know. Like, I'd probably pick a transgender a chick that just got the operation, look clean as fuck. You couldn't even tell outside of her telling you that she was born a dude. And I said, then maybe I probably could consider it for $1 billion. But you see what stretch I had to go through because of the fucking code. I'm not breaking the code. Most guys don't break the code that easily. A girl will break the code for $20. A girl will break the code for fucking fun. A girl just break the code just to break it. Like, girls are very frugal. They're free about that shit. And the thing is, society don't look down upon lesbian shit as much as they look down on gay shit. Whether the stigma be whatever like that. I'm not saying it's wrong or right. It's just that most guys ain't gonna really care, especially if it's between two hot chicks. And girls don't care because some girl they're leaving guys and talking about how girls are more emotional and they can they're more in tune with their feelings and all this, that, and the other, and girls just run to other girls, like whether it be temporarily or they're riding on that fence or whatever the case may be. Girls will easily break their code to please a man, especially if that man has status. So if that guy is a millionaire or a six-figure man or whatever the case may be, providing a specific kind of lifestyle, and he says, hey, I want to bring another girl in and we're going to get it in, and you know that, hey, if I don't do this, there's a chance that I'm not going to be around, they'll do that shit. That's how easy they'll break that code. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be for money or for lifestyle or for fucking fun. My nigga, goddamn. And I'm like this, and I'm arguing with my female friend, like, she don't see this. She's disputing it. Like, she doesn't see it in her everyday life. And I'm just, at this point, I'm thinking, like, am I just arguing to argue? Like, I'm showing you facts. I'm showing you examples. And you ain't giving me shit. All you saying is that men do it too. I said, bitch, I didn't say that men don't do it. I'm saying they're more likely not to do it. They always gotta hit these, try to hit these little subtleties, these little nuances and shit to try to make the rule. I'm like, look, that doesn't make the rule. That doesn't mean. I'm talking about in general. I mean, if you would you put your life on the line for a bet like that? Probably fucking not. But maybe, but I don't know. Would she die to prove a point? Well, she would actually die not to prove the point, just because she'd be so firm in her belief. And I'm just like, God damn. And she's an educated woman, makes a lot of money, makes more than me. She's married. You know, it's so highly educated, and she knows, you know, what I would think she knows what she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm a low end nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I observe the world around me. And I don't know if she's living in a box or something, but I'm just like, God damn, come on, man. Come on, for real. You really gonna say some shit like that? So we're arguing whether or not who's willing to switch up to the next sex easier, whether it be just for fun or for actual relationship and shit. And she's sitting saying that guys do it more or guys do it at just as much. I'm like, get that bullshit argument out of here. So that argument went nowhere, but you like guys, you know what it is. Girls in the comment section, I know you know what it is. So then fast forward, we play some games, and then we get to arguing about some other bullshit. Another one of my friends, I have two married friends. All right. I mean, two married couples, I would say, because I don't want you to think talking about the same couple. But he asked her, when are they gonna have some kids, or when y'all thinking about, getting some kids in the picture? Because they've been married for, I don't know, at least 4 or 5 years, and they known each other probably about a year or so before that. So they've been together for a decent amount of time, and they got a house. She's the breadwinner, but they're both him and her and her husband have money coming in. All right, so it would make sense. Like, she's also in her mid 30s. You know what I'm saying? So you would think like, all right, you got to crunch down. Uh, you got to crunch down on your time when it comes to having a kid. Like, you don't got that much time left. So it was a valid question. It's kind of been asked before, but um, I'm like, I'm sitting in the back. I'm kind of just eavesdropping a little bit, and then she tries to avoid the question. I mean, her husband's in the room, in the area or whatever. He's just chilling back, not really. He's shooting the shit, not really doing anything. And she tries to put the question off on me and my other friend. I got another guy friend, and he's a single dude or whatever. I'm a single dude, and then they talk about, and then she starts looking at us like, when are y'all gonna have some kids? And I said, what the fuck's going on? Like, why does it matter? Like, basically, it's like this. Um, we're single guys, all right. So having a kid anytime soon would be ridiculous. Meaning, I have to find a girl, vet this girl, date her for a while, see that she has wife material, wifey, uh, 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 you know, aesthetics and whatnot, and then I would have to see if she's even going to be a good mother, because there are girls that could probably be a good wife, but probably wouldn't be a good mother. So we'd have to talk about that, then get to the point where I marry her, then get to the point where we have kids, which takes 9 months. And then, so we're talking about a process. We're talking about like 2 years. That's like if I walk out the door right now, find the chick, and I would say within a 2 year span, have a kid. And that still would be kind of quick, right? So with that said, asking us those questions, I said, uh, uh, it was a married couple asking another married couple about whether or not they're gonna have kids, which is logical because you are married. And to me, the only reason to get married is to solidify a household and an environment fit worthy to raise a kid. Now, whether they're going to adopt or actually have it, whatever the case may be, I didn't really go into the specifics on how you're going to have the kid or whatever, but just the fact that you have a house with an extra room, you got a husband, y'all both been having stable jobs for the past few years, y'all got good amount of money coming in. Why don't y'all have a kid? You know what I'm saying? But she wanted to avoid the question. Now, uh, we got into an argument which didn't turn out too well, because she started not too far into the debate, she started hitting me with those ad hominem attacks. But I said, look, we started getting into arguing whether it's better to have a single parent or a nuclear household where there's two parents in the household. And she was arguing that um, having being a single mom means you don't have no one else to really like challenge you, and you don't have those arguments that you would have with your husband. Or if y'all have disagreements on how to raise the kid, you don't have to have that dynamic about arguing and shit because it can go your way. And I'm just like, okay, but I'm hoping that through the dating process and the marriage process that you've picked somebody where y'all share similar values and morals, that shit is less likely to happen. Now, yes, arguments will still happen anyway, but there'll be a certain level of diplomacy and whatnot to where y'all can make compromises and figure out a good solid middle ground. All right. Now I understand, like, yeah, there's gonna be issues, but I'm like, is that where you're going? You rather put, I said, first off, you're thinking a little selfish because you're putting a kid in this world and you're gonna tell that kid the reason why you don't have a father in your fucking life is because I didn't feel like arguing with somebody. That's assuming you picked wrong off jump. I'm saying, look, find a middle ground. Do your counseling. Do whatever it takes to make sure the fucking marriage works. It's not going to be easy. Being in a relationship is never easy. You know what I'm saying? But don't run away from challenges just because you think it's going to be easier to raise a kid by itself and then put him in a household where, okay, we got a single mom, right? Okay, right off rip. All right, she's got to make ends meet. She's providing for that kid and for her and for that kid all on her own, because you can't guarantee that the guy you made the kid with is going to be in the picture. He could be in jail. He could say fuck child support. He could do whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you're already saying you're picking a dude that's shitty enough to where you're gonna keep arguing, you might say that you picked a dude shitty enough to where he don't want to take care of that kid at all. So now you got to worry about the government trying to help you, and you got to make ends meet. Here you are coming home tired, you know, whether you have a babysitter or a daycare or whatever, you got to come home tired from work. You got to get that kid because you're not going to have the kid in daycare all fucking day. So that's extra money, whether the government's helping you pay with that or if it's out of your pocket. That's money you losing right there, having somebody else raise your kids. Now you coming home tired. The kid could be crying. He could want this. He could want that. He or she or whatever, and and then you can get upset. Um, it could be too much. It's like one thing piling on top of another. But you're supposed to be in the best mental state possible as a parent to help raise your own child, like by yourself. Now we flip that. I'll give you the same hardworking woman, but let's say she has a man in the household. Now, when you're tired, all right, he can take some of that burden off you. All right, you come home. Hopefully, you find a way to work out your shifts where oh, when one's at work, the other one's at home, vice versa, or whatever. But still, even if y'all have to take a daycare, y'all get to split the workload of raising the kid 50-50. All right. Now, then she tried to bring up what if they both tired and shit. I said, y'all have to take turns. I'm like, so both of y'all come home exhausted as fuck? I mean, I'll tell you like this, having two people work means one of y'all should be working less than what y'all would if y'all were by yourselves. So I'm like this. So the argument with you being a single parent, you'll be more tired as a single parent. Just point blank, more likely than not, you will be more tired. So the fact that you was fighting for that and then trying to say that what if both parents are tired? I'm like, that's a dumbass argument. You won't be no more tired than if you were a single fucking parent. You'd be more tired. So I'm just like, whatever. But because you think that decision making will go a lot easier by yourself, yeah, but the burden of providing for that kid is all on your shoulders. I'm like, so are girls really thinking like just to avoid an argument, they rather have a kid, bring a kid into this world as a single mom, because they don't want to deal with shit, they don't want to work out with shit. They're that um, selfish, and what's the word? Where uncooperative to where they want to do it all on their own. I said this can't be modern women. The thought process is boggling my fucking mind. She rather have a be a single mom. And I said this. Then I just came around and I said this. Okay, look, you fighting for single momhood or whatever. You think you're probably better off raising a kid like that. Okay, I said this, cool. At least give having a husband a shot, because at any point in the marriage, if you think it's not working out, you can boot him and become a single mom anyway. You don't have to start off a single mom. You can have the two-parent household, and then if it ain't working out, then still go to single mom. But at least give the kid a fighting chance with both parents. Shit, I said, how selfish can you be? I said the only time I could even think about being a single parent would really be beneficial to the kid at any point is if you're adopting, because I know kids being in the system and not having a stable place, I guess it's better than nothing. But here's the difference: the kid's already in this world, whether the person that had the kid didn't plan it and wasn't ready, or did plan it and just couldn't take care of it, the kid gave up for adoption, so he already exists in this world struggling. So you can make his situation at somewhat better just by adopting them, whether you be single or you have a husband. So at that point, then I will say, okay, being a single mom wouldn't be selfish, because you're taking a kid out of a worse situation and putting them into a better. But when you talk about creating your own kid who doesn't even exist in this world, why bring him into the world in a worse state than what you could have? It makes no fucking sense. And then she started attacking me like that's why no one will ever be with you and this, that, and the other. And that's why you'll be by yourself or whatever like that. And I'm just like, all right. Luckily, she said lightweight said that shit under her breath. Like I wasn't gonna hit her or attack her or anything crazy like that. But I brushed that shit off. I didn't really pay attention to it because she had lost the debate at that point. Because it made no sense. That had nothing to do with me. I'm arguing straight facts and logic. And then I told her, I said, look, and then they also tried to argue some point that if they broke up in the marriage, that there's no guarantee that she would get the kid. And I'm like, first of all, I'm thinking it doesn't matter who gets the fucking kid, because whoever gets the kid, hopefully the courts think that they're the best fit for the kid. You know what I'm saying? They got to go to one of y'all, right? And then second, let's be real here. 80% of the time, the female gets it. So even if you go through a divorce or a breakup or whatever the case may be, 80% of the time you're getting the kid. The woman literally has to be a crackhead or a murderer or something not to get the kid. Or she has to just say, I don't want the kid, and push it off on the father or whatever the case may be. So the system is rigged in your favor. So you can throw that argument out there anyway. Like, what if I don't get the kid? I'm like, what does it matter? I was like, first off, you have to think about the best interest of the kid first. So whoever the courts decide to get the kid, I'm assuming that they're making the best decision for the kid. Now, yes, I do think it's rigged and that the father has to be fucking Superman to get that kid. But if he just so happened to, be pushed towards the father, that means he was a better parent, just as far as him representing himself in court. Not even like them looking at your lifestyle and going to your house and seeing how everything is. Somehow, some way in court, whatever he said or whatever he displayed, they thought was better than you. And if that's the case may be, why not let the kid go with the father? I'm just like, just dumbass shit. So, like I said, I'm arguing girl and guy code, and whether or not being a single parent is easier than having fucking two parents. This is the shit I'm arguing about. It's fucking ridiculous. And of course, none of my other friends want to chime in because they don't want to stir the pot or something like that. And I'm like, I'll do it on my own. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, that's just me. I just wanted to let y'all know what I be going through with my friends, arguing dumbass shit, whether it just be to argue or they really believe this dumb shit. But like, tell me what you think, man. Leave some shit in the comment. This is your boy Logic. I'll try to put out another video soon. Peace.